Hey there, Taurus. Welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as leave me a comment and let me know if this reading resonates with you. So, I just want to start off by telling y'all that Mercury is in retrograde. And in case you're not familiar with what that means, basically it just means that you might have some strangers coming back into your life that were your friends in the past. Just remember that, you don't have to go back into old relationships. Don't feel obligated to just jump right back into an old relationship or an old flame if just because they come a-calling. Every time Mercury goes retrograde, I run into people that I haven't seen in 20 years. Alright, and alright, so we got the Five of Pentacles for your first card. Five of Pentacles is all about challenges. And this is also the answer to your question. Whatever it is that has been bothering you or has been plaguing you, this first card, I'm gonna do a problem, reaction, solution card reading. Sometimes it helps with a solution, and sometimes it does not. So we'll have to pull a couple cards. All right. So the Heirophant is actually the Taurus card, but it's reversed. So we've got challenges in your current and present situation. Now, I just want to say that if you're feeling like a fight or flight mode in any situation, that's totally normal for right now. You're definitely going to have some strangers from the blast from the past come back in your life, or even maybe just a feeling from the past. And then the Hierophant is actually, this card that's the Hierophant is also got a 5 on it. Oh no, I'm sorry. Look, this is the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, I am so sorry, y'all. 10 of Pentacles is happy life and happy children and everything's swell. So your question, if you're in a relationship or, maybe you want another child, or this 10 of Pentacles has to do with financial success and, having all your ducks in a row, pretty much. All right. So I'm sorry. I thought that was the 5 of Pentacles. These are so kind of like, it's just got the one Roman numeral, and for some reason I got it backwards. Now this one actually is a 5 though, and 5s are definitely associated with challenges, but it's reversed. So the Hierophant typically is like the Pope, but in this particular deck, it has more to do with this is actually the picture of the Grim Reaper, death, coming after you. So it's reversed though, so maybe it's not exactly like something has ended, something has changed. It could even be someone that you've lost. It could be some sort of grief that you're trying to deal with. All right, and then for your next card, let me shuffle again. So I'm doing this a little differently today. These just don't really want to shuffle. Okay. So one popped out, and it is the Ace of Goblets. Okay, and it's reversed. So aces usually are all good. But this one looks a little bit dark, and it's reversed. So I might have to take a look at that one and see. Because aces are usually, especially the Ace of Cups, would be like all good, it's like a chalice, it's overflowing and everything is good. But let's take a look. First let's take a look at the Hierophant reversed. I really like this card, and it's strange because we're doing the Taurus reading, which is feminine reading, as well as the bull, which is Taurus, and this is the Taurus card. The Hierophant is the card of Taurus. It represents Taurus, and in this reversed position, it says, when the Hierophant comes forward reversed, it symbolizes the need to shake up traditions and question the rules. Ask yourself, is conformity serving you well or holding you back? Don't be afraid to blaze your own trail and create a path that works better for you. Alright, so oddly, we get this card quite a bit over here in Taurus land. So that probably resonates with you. Definitely, I say don't compromise your happiness, and I think that Mercury retrograde really pushes that forward. If you're feeling unhappy, it's probably because you've been drinking, you know, some really bland tea for a long time, and you're ready for something better. Alright, so we got the Ace of Goblets, and it is reversed. So this one is, the Ace of Goblets reversed indicates that you aren't exercising control over your emotions. They're bursting out of you in unhealthy ways. Expressing yourself is one thing, but be careful not to let yourself become irrational and overly emotional to your own detriment. Okay, so because this card is got the picture of death on it, it's not really considered death. It's not the death card, but it's definitely has to do with dealing with some kind of emotions, and I feel like the Grim Reaper is close to death. So if you're dealing with some unresolved emotions, whether it be with loss or has to do with some sort of trust issue, you know, it's okay, especially right now with the planets all crazy, to feel just not happy, not resolved. But I highly recommend that if you know, like for example, after my mom passed away, I felt like I was okay, right? You know, you think you're alright, you're like, okay, well, I haven't, you know, I'm epileptic, so I'm like, I haven't had a seizure. I started meditating every day because I was so scared to death I was going to have a seizure while I was by myself, and I was really, really afraid that, that it was going to affect me really, really bad. So, I started meditating every day, and you know, you do what you have to do to keep yourself right. So what I would do is I would pull up my mom's favorite band, especially during that one personal time of the month, and I would listen to her music and really, really cry it out. Now, this is not going to stop you from having a full-blown mental break if her favorite song comes on while you're driving down the road, but you know, it's just like these vaccines that they're pushing so heavily. You know, if you've had a virus, or let's say let's talk about the snake vaccine. You know, like you get a snake bite. So the whole idea behind a vaccination is, if you've already had it, you know, it's supposed to not happen again. But that's what they always say. They always say that once you've had it, you're not going to get it again. That is a lie. That is a straight out lie. Just because you've had a vaccination doesn't mean that it's not going to happen again. But it's the same type of idea with healing, you know? You take in a little bit at a time, and every month you try to heal a little bit more. If you put it on the back burner for years, then it's going to be years worth of trouble, years worth of pain, whenever that song finally comes on when you're driving and you have an all-out breakdown. So whatever it is that's burdening you, whether it be death, pain, a bad relationship, a bad work situation, deal with that pain. And, you know, if it's a bad job, go ahead and fill out your resume. Update it. You know, whenever you put in for your new job, go ahead and put on there, hey, so-and-so company, I'm good for this job because this and this. So, you know, like, personalize it. So this is just an example, but everybody really loves it whenever you personalize your message. Just like whenever I do these readings. Alright, people love it whenever you care enough to give them their own reading. Alright, so if you do appreciate this reading that I did just for you, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, because my unemployment is coming to an end, and I'm going to have to get a full-time job, hopefully. So, yeah, you can tell it's on the mind, right? But, so, please be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, so that whenever I do put out these videos, you will get notifications, because it's probably going to be few and far between after this. I'm going to try to keep doing it because I just really love doing this. I feel like the narcissistic tarot readings have changed a couple people's lives that I love, and they have really helped them to get out of toxic relationships. And that just makes my whole day. That makes me feel better to know that I've helped somebody. And, you know, whenever you're stuck in a bad relationship or a bad job, or just literally, sometimes it is yourself. So if it's yourself, then what you need to do is, you know, delve into your shadow self. Do your shadow work. And it really helps, okay? Now, let me go ahead and shuffle these. Okay, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, so underneath your 10 of Cups, you've got the happy life, happy wife, everything's going swell, happy kids. 10 of Pentacles is everything is what you want. Let me see. Okay, so though he loves her and he has the best intentions, Dean complicates Lisa Braden's life enormously. While he is in her life, she and her son, Ben, are in nearly constant danger of being attacked by supernatural monsters. Dean ultimately makes a decision to erase Lisa and Ben's memories of him, giving them the chance to have a happy, normal life together. The 10 of Pentagrams represents that happy, healthy home and stable family life. The kind of life that the Winchesters sadly are likely to never have. Alright? So sometimes, you know, you have to make sacrifices in order to have the happy wife, happy life situation. Sometimes you have to go way out on a limb, and, you know, you may end up even getting yourself in a monotonous situation where you work all the time. But let's go ahead and see what goes along with that card, okay? So this is the answer to your question. This card here that I just read, and this card, which is Ceres. So that, I think, is a Greek god. Ceres, and I am not familiar with this deck. This is the brand new. I used to know all these Greek gods too, and I just don't know them anymore, y'all. So let's take a look and see what it says. Ceres. C-E-R-E-S. I hope I'm saying that right. I think it's Ceres. Alright, so symbols: grains, nature, seasons, motherhood, and a full moon. Things are abundant in your life right now, and the potential for reaching your goals is at a peak. You just need to stay focused on things and that matter the most. Don't let minor distractions get in the way of your influence, your decision, You know what is best for you, even if it doesn't make sense anymore to anyone else. If you are going through a low emotional period, do your best to appreciate the beauty in the everyday life. Eat nourishing foods and make beautiful art. Go for walks and reconnect with nature. Spend time with your loved ones doing things that matter. Material items and overindulgence will not serve you right now. To avoid emotional binges. Yes, this is so true. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I've never heard that term before. Emotional binges. Okay, so I do have some friends who've told me that they have an extremely difficult time coming out of a sad time. They can't stop crying. They can't control their emotions. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people believe that your lady time is a punishment from God. But in my case, in my opinion, every month when I get excessively emotional, it forces me to deal with my emotions. And I oftentimes do not do this unless I'm alone. You know, if somebody's over to my house, I'm not going to have an all-out brawl. I'm not going to cry it out in front of them. I'm not going to tell my husband. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm pretty much just going to keep it to myself. And then at some point, when I finally get some alone time, I just have a full-out, what do they call it? An emotional binge. All right, so watch out for this. This is so dangerous. Because especially if you're dealing with loss, all right, you don't want to be driving down the road and have an emotional break. Okay, it's not what you want. All right, when our children, our parents, when we are children, our parents are supposed to take care of us. They should hug us when we are sad and feed us when we're hungry. At some point, we take over the parental role for ourselves. And if you're struggling getting things done, it could be that wound from your upbringing is causing you to get in your own way. All right, so regardless of whether or not you're experiencing this because you had a poor childhood, or because you lost your parent and they died, or because whatever situation it is, you do eventually learn how to take care of yourself. And it does take 7, 8, 10 years to really get over a loss, regardless of whether or not it is. But you have to deal with it regularly. Okay? So definitely, this is a very good card. This is the Mother card. Alright, I'm just going to show it to you in case you want to read the rest of it. So this is what I read to you. And you can take a look and read that other side if you like. Alright, and if you do really love this reading and it resonates with you, and this is definitely one of the ways I learned how to deal and cope with my emotions after my mom passed. So, Aries is your next card. And let me do a quick shuffle and we're going to pull your last card. The Three of Cups reversed. Oops, that's not the right deck. But we pulled it now. Darn it. Okay, so we're just going to put that one right on top. So the Three of Cups reversed. This is going to be your solidifier. Okay, we're going to call this a solidifier. And we're going to read it last, okay? Whenever we get all these other cards put down, I'm going to put this deck over here so I don't pull it anymore. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, we got the Sun card. All right, the Sun is traditionally a very positive card, and nothing negative about that. But this is more astrological, so yeah, it might be a little bit more like if you stay in the sun too long, then you might get burned. But let's read it and find out. All right, Taurus. The Sun. Astrological glyph looks like a sun. Element fire. Sunflowers, candles, gold and amber, and lions are associated with the sun. In astrology, the sun is most important and well-known component of our big three, which is, okay, so this gives you basic information. You can go look it up on page 94. It's our basic identity, starting with the key piece of our personality. It is from there that the rest of the planets build a complete picture of us. Who we are is in our natal chart, and the sun is the first step in bringing this to life. All right, so I want to just go ahead and say, if you have any questions about this stuff, you know, you can go ahead and go in the comments and leave me a comment. I will help you. If you want a personal reading, then we can do a personal reading. The beautiful and fiery mass holds all the planets in his gravitational pull. Without him, we cease to exist. This understanding of our mortality is how we develop our ego, which then determines our base motivations in life. The ego wants to evolve into something great, and it has a purpose to fulfill that is determined by the characteristics of our sun sign. When we are living in alignment with our sun, we feel an inner calmness, and a weakened state can cause us a lack of self-confidence and awareness. And an excessive state can cause us to become egomaniacs on a quest of destruction. So the keywords are ego, pleasure, joy, confidence, purpose, vibrance, strength, and positivity. All right, I said purpose twice, and it is legit on there twice. So it really has a strong meaning with this card. And then in a tarot reading, it says the sun is the most welcome and joyous card in the whole deck. This radiant and warmth that it gives us the confidence to be our best selves. From this point on, anything is possible. He reminds us that our best qualities have been there the whole time. We just needed a light to shine on our darkest corners. So this is so true. You cannot see the beautiful stars at night if there is no darkness. All right? And if you don't have control over your darkness, it will rule over you. All right? So too much sun, however, can be dangerous. Didn't I tell you? At times, it can contradict other parts of your nature. It can bleach or scorch them to the point where you think that they may die. But they don't. Life is resilient, and soon little bits begin to regrow. Even when the sun hurts us, we must remember that without it, we wouldn't exist at all. It's okay to throw up some temporary shade when you need relief, but don't hide too long, or you will miss the golden opportunity. That is right on. Okay. And we actually skipped a card. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Goblets as your final outcome, and the Sun card. And the Ace of Goblets with the Sun being your final outcome. I'm sure we already read this one here, but I just want to see how it relates. Sometimes they have a little bit of information on the side. A side note? Oh, you're not exercising control over your emotions. Okay, so the sun, so right here you've got this card reversed. This is your Ace of Goblets. And the sun. And then, so this is your final outcome, okay? So you're going to be okay if you learn how to deal with your emotions. If you learn how to get them under control. You can't let them control you. And it just really just takes time. There's not a lot you can do. As long as you're not putting it on the back burner and you're actually dealing with your emotions, then it should be, you'll be fine. But if you're burying yourself in drama and everything that has everything to do with nothing, you know, it can become normal to put things on the back burner. And then whenever you do get to that point when you finally decide you're going to deal with it, it's too late. It's too late. You've already lost it, right? Okay, so we've got the Heirophant here, and underneath it we've got Aries. Okay, so the planetary ruler is Mars. It says think of this card as a call to action. Aries is handing you a spark. And it's your job to turn it into a fire. This process should be exciting and positive to make sure that you don't squander it. This is your current situation. This is your present situation. So whatever it is that's going on right now, if you're fiddling with the dishes and double checking every little thing and not paying attention, you could be missing a huge opportunity. Don't squander this energy on something that you aren't 100% behind. If you have been feeling sluggish and uninspired, just know that this is about to change. New opportunities and a burst of energy are heading your way, and they are coming fast. Enjoy these last moments of quiet, because life is about to be anything but. Alright, so the last card we've got here is the Solidifier, the Three of Cups. This reading was a very emotional reading. I definitely am getting the feeling like there's something you're not dealing with. Something that might be just, you know, giving you trouble. Let's pull some Hermetic cards for an answer. Transmutation. Okay. The Law of Polarity. Alright, so underneath the family, happy family, happy life, and Ceres, who has to do with the mother. This is the mother card. We also have White Hot Desire, polarizing love. All paradoxes can be reckoned. Okay, so if you find yourself in a paradox, you know, a paradox is like you can't get a job because you don't have any experience, and you don't have any experience because you don't, whatever. But, you know, education, there's other ways to get a job without experience. Sometimes you have to take less pay. Sometimes you have to edit what you went to school for. If you, like, say, for example, you go to school online and they don't offer all the courses that you need online, then you can alter the job that you're applying for, look for something a little bit less, so then you can work your way up to that if you didn't finish your education. Or but this has to do with white hot desire. So, you might be stuck in a relationship paradox. Some type of paradox that you can't escape from because of a situation. That I don't know. That situation is personal, but I do know that there are, you can Google relationship patterns and how to overcome them. And it will give you a ton of information on how to break free from that paradox. Alright, and then we got another one that's called transmutation. I'm going to show you the picture on this one. Alright, so it looks like an 8. So this is right above the Aries card, saying that you need to change something. Something needs to change or move. It says improve, purify, perfect. Expand your mind and ultimately expand your life. Alright. So that's a really good card right there. There's the symbol on the back. This is Hermetic philosophy, alchemy, alchemical symbol, and of transmutation. Alright, so all of these Hermetic cards have symbols. I have not found them all yet, but I'm working on it. Alright, and then we've actually got, this is the front of the deck, and I leave it in there because it's a scripture. It says Genesis 2:15 through 17. And I want to say that has to do with the Garden of Eden. Genesis 2:15 through 17. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. And the Lord God commanded the man, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat from it, you will certainly die." Okay, so it almost sounds like some sort of poison, right? Alright, this is the paradoxical type of, the knowledge that leads to death. Alright, so this is the knowledge that Satan was giving to Adam and Eve that somehow made them lose their life forever. Alright, so this is like the symbolism is real right here. Okay, I feel like, well, we're just not going to go into that right now, but let's take this as a sign that, you reap what you sow, okay? If you put in a lot of good work, then a lot of good work will come out. If you don't do what you're supposed to be doing, then you're probably not going to get the response that you want. Alright? So the last card, the last Hermetic card, is the Law of Polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Opposites are identical in nature. Yes? Okay. Dinner's ready. Alright. Opposites are identical in nature. We all contain love and hate. Alright, and then the Three of Cups reversed. We're going to read that one real quick for you, and that'll be it. Okay, so the Law of Polarity. Well, this is kind of like when you get knocked off your... Like if the poles were to change on the Earth, everything would be out of whack. None of the electronic devices would work anymore, okay? So, communications are no-go. I think this might be talking about the fact that the Mercury's retrograde again. Alright, so we got the Law of Polarity and the Three of Cups. I can't find this Cups of Goblets. There it is, okay. Okay, Three of Goblets. Reversed. The Three of Goblets reversed represents a crowding or sifting experience. I'm sorry. A crowding or stifling experience, especially relating to close personal relationships. Sometimes the tarot card can represent unfaithfulness or even a love triangle. Oh, this is true. Okay, so, let's do one narcissist card real quick. And then it's dinner time. Alright, your narcissist card. Okay, so this was an actual, I've taken all my narcissist cards and put them in one deck. So we've got, I'm not going to say the name of this particular person, but you've got a vampire, like, I think that he was a writer, and he wrote all these strange, like, every time that he would kill someone, it would take a different form, like, they called him the Moon Maniac. This was from way back in 1870, and he had gotten away with over 100 murders. And he claimed that he killed these children. Alright, so Albert Fish, okay, so there you go, that's the person's name. I don't really like using these people's real names, it's just kind of creepy. But these are to go with the characteristics of, actually this is a Taurus card. So I pulled these up to see what type of people are associated with certain zodiac signs. And I always had the desire to inflict pain on others. Alright? Alright, so watch out for that, because you got a third wheel in your relationship. Possibly a third wheel somewhere. Okay, so superficial charm. Just because someone acts like they like you and acts like they have your best interests at heart doesn't mean that they do. It doesn't mean that they are sincere. They may be playing on your needs. Alright, so be careful for this false sense of security. And Taurus, yeah, I would say, ask some questions, right? Alright, y'all, so thank you so much for everything. I did just andd these into the deck, and they're quite disturbing, actually. I don't know if I'm going to take them back out. But anywho, it just goes to show you that anybody can slip and turn into a monster. So don't let people push you past your point of no return, or it could be you, alright? So, welcome, be sure to give me a like, share, subscribe if this reading resonates with you, which I hope it kind of doesn't, but, with Mercury being retrograde, I can't even control my temper right now, so, just be aware that you don't really know what other people are going through, so maybe don't push them past their point of no return. Alright, y'all, with that being said, I'll see you next week.